So, God of War is host to a number of interesting monsters. And while there are some that are fun to fight, others just bring a scowl to my face whenever they come about. This is my top 10 list of the most annoying enemies to face in God of War 1. To make things clear, I'm listing the regular enemies, so bosses are out. I will make an exception in the case of Medusa, as she is identical to the other Gorgons in the game in both her abilities and her durability. With that little note said, let's get listing. Number 10. The Cyclops Enforcer. While this monster isn't as big or as strong as the Cyclops varieties encountered later on in the game, it is still a major nuisance in comparison. With other Cyclops, the use of hit-and-run tactics is quite effective since they have a very limited range. The Enforcer does not fit this mold, and is thus more effective at a distance than its cousins, making it worthy of this list, though its fragility means that it's really, really low on it. Number 9. The Magic Legionnaire. While they are slower moving than their unshielded counterparts, the fact that they attack alongside fellow Magic Legionnaires, as well as other offensive units, makes encountering this creature a bit of a "aw fuck" moment. Since their shields can only be destroyed by powerful moves, such as the Plume of Prometheus, and they keep coming even when building up this combo, this means that they and their support units have a chance to break your combo, and thus they manage to frustrate their way onto this list. Number 8. The Sirens. These screeching bitches. They don't have much of a place in the game, but they, much like the others later on in this list, earn a place here because of how easily they can dodge Kratos' attacks. However, they are fairly frail. Their evasion, long-range offense, and speed all make them a bit of a pain, but their lower constitution means that you can take them out pretty easily if you do it right. Number 7. The Wraith. And where we go from minor annoyance to regular nuisance. The Wraith is notable not only for its ominous introduction, but also its infamous burrowing ability. Once it goes under, it won't surface until it hits you. But the block is sufficient to protect you, and once it does surface, you have the opportunity to counter with a grapple. Number 6. The Hammer Minotaur. This is a bit of cheating, since it applies to both the Hammer Grunt and Warrior. The point is that these creatures earn their place here because of a common attack they share. That damn Shockwave. Its reach makes hit-and-run attacks a bit risky, and the Minotaur's skill with blocking means that fighting this thing is a bit tricky if you don't know what you're doing. Number 5. Medusa. These ones, much like the Sirens earlier on, are here because of their evasion skills. The reason they're ranked this high is because they have those melee attacks in addition to their petrifying gaze. And yes, you can get an attack each time you're done dodging the gaze, but you still have to deal with anything else in the area, and typically that includes other Medusa. Number 4. The Cerberus. Again, this is a bit of cheating since I'm talking about both the breeders and the seeds. The seeds get introduced as rather cute pups that soon mutate into nightmarish demon dogs. The seeds are quick little bastards who can turn themselves into fiery cannonballs. The breeders, who the seeds become, gain 2 additional heads and the abilities to both breathe fire and spit out new seeds. They get this far on this list because each one is annoying, but working together, which they do fairly well, they are a pain in the ass. If you focus on the breeders, the seeds are there to break your combos. If you focus on the seeds, the breeders will spit fireballs, new seeds, or simply charge at Kratos and actually do some significant damage. Number 3. The Centaur. These fucks. They're fast, they can attack up close and at a distance, and are pretty sturdy. The only reason they aren't higher up on this list is that they're pretty easy to hit when they're not galloping about. Number 2. The Legionnaire Captain. Now, here we go from, oh fuck, to, oh shit! The Captains have excellent blocking abilities, good offense, and can break Kratos' combos with ease. They are just generally terrifying. And that's it. There's no good things about these assholes. Well, unless you count their kill sequence. Now, before we get to the number 1 spot, we have an honorable mention. The Harpies. They didn't make it to this list because they frankly are the gnats of the game. But they do warrant a bit of an eye roll whenever they show up. And now, the number 1. The game's closest thing to rage quit fuel. The little fuckers there to greet you at the upper level of Pandora's temple. The one, the only, the Satyr. The Satyr's greatest assets against Kratos are their superb blocking abilities and their multi-strike attacks. The combination of attack variety, good constitution, excellent evasion all make the Satyr a real challenge for Kratos. Their grab, slam, inverted helicopter, and dual wield frenzy can easily interrupt Kratos' combos and put him on the defense. And that's it, my top 10 most annoying enemies in God of War 1. Now, I know this might seem a little bit short compared to other top 10 lists, but frankly, there's not really much else to be said about many of these characters and monsters. But if you did like the video, then feel free to click that like button and subscribe to the channel and be notified of future releases. If you have a video request, you can submit it down below in the comments. If you'd like to see other such lists about games, then feel free to request them. Stay tuned for other God of War videos, and hopefully, Gaming Glorious will have both its creators back in action soon enough. Also, if you've been paying attention to the channel, you'll notice that there are some early gameplay videos from the recently released God of War for PS4. Or God of War 4, depending upon how you want to call it. But I leave those videos to your viewing and your judgment. In the meantime, this has been Alpha White Wolf. You keep howling, Wolfpack.